Watopian Weekly.
Let's talk about Zwift.
But you always talk about Zwift. Season 3.
Welcome to Watopia Weekly, Season 3, Episode 12, the podcast for Zwifters, cyclists, and everyone else. Each week we are here to discuss all things Zwift, life, and beyond. My name is Dustin, and with us today, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the X-Wings, the crusher of dreams on the ladder league, the guy that says, hold my bottle, I'm going for FAL on ZRL, and then just gets passed by the entire peloton. My teammate on Vortex, Josh. Woo, Josh. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. We got lots to talk about on that ZRL race.
Hey, you know what? You missed the 100% of the chances, the shots that you don't take, right? I mean, yeah. Michael Scott said that about Wayne Gretzky, and he's right. So,
boy, was that an example of that? So,
that was awesome. And what do we have here? All the way from Scotland, our resident Scotsman. The man who laughs in the face of peanut butter flavored whiskey. The man who enjoys a cool root beer after a hard race. Our art director who's made the coolest stickers that are the prize for this year's holiday ride, which we're going to talk about later. And our menu advisor, Paul. Woo, 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 woo. Got some trippy sounds there. Paul, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Yeah. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. Yeah. Oh, man. So, welcome, gentlemen. And Gina couldn't make it today. If she can, she's going to pop in later. But she should be making an appearance next week at our holiday thing, which we are going to be talking about today, our holiday episode. So thank you both, Josh and Paul, for being here, and thank you for everyone listening. This is going to be something we're going to hopefully go through how this interaction and everything is going to work too, because it's going to be cool. I hope anyway. It's going to be amazing. So
it will be. Yeah,
it will be. And we've got a lot of stuff to talk about for sure. But before we do that, we should definitely talk about our weekly catch up. And Paul, why don't we start off with you? I know you've been doing the baseline workouts, man, and I can't believe that you and I got the opposite of what I thought that our like rider types are. Like I think I feel more like what you are, and I think you are what I am. I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I find it quite strange.
But yeah, go ahead. Why don't you tell everybody what happened?
Yeah, well, so we both did the baseline workouts over the last while, and I'm pretty much classed as an all-rounder, which is totally bizarre for me. I can't climb one iota. I can sprint, and I don't have any endurance. So where the all-rounder comes from, I have no idea.
Get this man on a TTT up the Alp.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but you are, I mean, you're fast in a lot of things though. I mean, you are, I've ridden with you before, and I think your engine's way bigger than mine, but, so yeah, I don't know. I could see that as an all-rounder.
My recovery is quite poor. So
really? Oh man. I think you come back real quick, but
put some whiskey in the engine and
yeah. Well, they keep advertising that peanut butter flavored whiskey, and I really want to try it, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it seems like it's sacrilegious, I guess. Is that right? Is that a thing? I could say that? Okay.
Yeah, I think I could cycle faster just to get away from it.
Yeah.
That just triggers your fight or flight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man. Yeah. So, and then what else, Paul? You've been doing ZRL and everything too. You ready for the next round or the next?
Yeah, I missed the ZRL this week, but I'm going to do it next week. I've concentrated on just doing some training rides in the morning before work, and I was doing the preprandial crits.
Yeah,
they were quite short this week, like 6K, 5K, around about that. So pretty much a sprint from the start. So it's just my bag, really.
Yeah. You missed an appropriate week to dip out of ZRL.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I'm
that
quite
was
lucky.
that was awful. Yeah, yeah, we'll talk about that for sure. Yeah. Oh man, well, that's great. And then what time is that for you that you're waking up to do those races or those
Eh,
crits and stuff? Yeah.
oh yeah, I haven't been starting till 2 p.m. in the afternoon this
Oh,
week, last
okay.
week, so it's been I warm up on the bike around 11 o'clock and then jump on them for midday.
Yeah.
Quick blast for 20 minutes and then off to work, which has
Yeah.
been great.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I try and get up in the mornings, but man, this I've been just slammed at work and everything, and I just feel like getting up at 5 a.m. to ride it's been tough. So I've been hitting
Yeah,
snooze a lot.
I respect that you even attempt to do that because I know myself
Man.
well enough that that alarm goes off at 5 a.m. It's like, yeah, no, that's a hard pass.
Yeah, and it's hard, especially because like I know Josh, you and I do most of our racing at near the end of the night, right? I mean, you're getting off later than I am. I get done
Yeah.
at like 8:30, and it's hard enough to go to bed then. But you're probably done around 9:30 on some of those races, right?
Yep. Depending on how long it is.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then how to get to sleep after that is really really difficult. So yeah.
Cry
Well, cool.
myself to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, which is about like this last week here. So Josh, let's go on to you. What yeah, besides having everybody pass you on that, which we have to
Okay.
link that video. I'm
Oh,
sorry, Josh. I
yeah,
don't
yeah. Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
was
I
awesome though.
I
It
already
was
have
awesome.
it queued up to pace this afterwards. But oh, good God, that was abysmal. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
ZRL Tuesday, Keith Hill,
Uh,
um, and the mall sprint or whatever it was. I think we were all chatting, having a good
mm-hmm.
bit of banter beforehand, and I think we were all like, oh yeah, FTS. They kind of nerf that, so it's not worth going for it. Maybe FAL is going for it. And then I decide, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna spin up with like 0.9K before the segment even starts. So basically 1K before the finish.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna go now. And yeah, then ended up getting past mid segment by like the entire field. So it
Yeah.
was a giant waste an absolutely giant waste of energy.
No, it was awesome though. You had to do it though, like because
That was literally, as you said, Dustin, that was literally a prime example of you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, or you miss 100% of the shots that you're destined to not get anyway.
Oh man, it was impressive though. I mean, because nobody in our if just give some more context there. No one was. I mean, there was a couple flyers, but that was it. They all got
No,
brought back.
everyone was chilling at like
Yeah,
2 point whatever, and there's like 60 some people in the pack, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna spice this up and
yeah,
see what happens. But if nothing else, it gave one of our other teammates, Zach, a lead out to get nab some FTS points in
yeah.
that segment. But yeah, that ended up being an absolute miserable failure of that. But I did get a second all time 1 minute power. So
Yeah,
that's a nice consolation, I guess.
yeah, that was pretty impressive though, man. And the dedication was
Yeah.
excellent there. I
Gotta
definitely.
say, it really set me up for success on Keith Hill.
Well, you finished before I did, that's for sure. That was hard. Yeah, yeah, Paul, you definitely missed that Keith Hill thing there. And that was yeah. I wonder how I know we talked about this before, but like how do the outside routes actually compare to the Zwift routes? I've never done Keith Hill or Lath Hill or Box Hill, but one of these days, when I come over to visit Paul, we'll go and take the train over there and ride them. I guess, right? I don't know how
Yeah.
far away are they from you, Paul? Yeah,
Preferably down, not up.
yeah, down or up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're quite far from me, so
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll pick up James Ballack, and we'll go riding with him. It'll be fun. Yeah, we'll have a good time. Yeah, because I think he lives near there. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But it's
Yeah.
close. It's all like yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
it
But then
was-
what about the ladder races you've been doing, Josh? And
Yeah,
you
it did.
you should be teasing the big one on Thursday.
Oh yeah, we did we did 4 ladder races this week. I did 2 of them.
Wow.
Um it's we're still ranked way higher than where we should be. So we're getting a bunch of stretch matches against teams that just blow us out of the water. So we matched up with Herd Team on Wednesday against. So in the month of December, all the routes are just chosen for you.
Wow.
You don't get to choose. So we were Rising Empire was chosen,
Oh
which
man.
is not an ideal course for a
No.
stretch match against a team with, rubies and emeralds and stuff like that. I mean, we made it somewhat competitive, but I mean, obviously lost, but that was rough,
Yeah.
not enjoyable. And then followed that up the next day, so I did 3 races in a row. The next one was a race against OT Gutter Rats, and that was on Loop and Lava. And we made that one a little bit more competitive, but that was just riddled with issues. They had a rider not show up. We had 2 riders with like technical issues, and yeah, that was rough. Did got second place, sprint at the line, missed it by like 0.04 seconds, but
Oh man.
um bumped the Swift Racing app score a bit, so that was nice at least. Nice
Nice.
consolation.
Yeah, mine's going down on the the opposite way. I'm getting down to silver, which is or something, I think, which is fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
Everything's
I mean, I like ladder. I don't really care that much. I mean, it's nice to see progression and whatever, but it's kind
yeah.
of like the team event anyway. So I'd rather get the team.
Yes. Now
But
that's a really good point because I was feeling down in the dumps. I was after we did a ladder race, Sea Wings did a ladder race, and we were on the jungle circuit because and can you explain that why is everything being chosen for us? It's just the month of December, but like ladder HQ
yeah, that's
is
just
doing
like
that.
the ladder organizers that they actually did this last year too. It's kind of like a fun course randomizer. You don't know what you're gonna get, and I mean, from an admin side, I like it because I don't have to pester people to say, give me course selections.
Yeah. Actually,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, it's just kind of a fun thing in the month of December to randomize the courses. Everyone does the same course on each day though. So
Yeah.
if you have a little insight, you can peek at what the upcoming races are and see whether
Mhm.
it's a course you want to do or not.
Yeah, that's why when I was asked this week did race on Wednesday, I asked what the course was first, and then I said I'm busy, which is I can't remember which one it was, but it was something I didn't want to do.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had I think next Wednesday they had elevation evaluation, which is basically the grade.
Yeah.
And
Oh man.
yeah, it's uh, I think when I asked the team, "Hey, do you guys want to do this?" They're like, I'm sick that day."
Oh man.
I'm washing my hair.
Yeah. Definitely. Oh man. Back on an hour later. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We had a little bit of an interruption there because we had to do I was supposed to get a delivery of something and it didn't happen, and then I thought it was going to happen and then it didn't happen, and then I had to put something back together. Anyway, we're all back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Paul had to leave, but we still got Josh and myself here, so we're going to finish out the episode, right, Josh? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have. So we were just leaving off with me, and we have with Dustin here, and we have our weekly catch up. And I got to say that this week with the advent calendar of the Zwift advent calendar for ladder has been interesting. We were talking about ladder there before we had to break, and we had our team, the Sea Wings. We were on what's the name of it? I was just looking at it. We were on on the not triple flat loops. It was the gravel. Oh gosh, it was the gravel
Handful of gravel.
handful of gravel. I think no, what was it? It was we were on the gravel thing here. So this is
What day
here
was
jungle circuit,
Yeah.
jungle circuit.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So we're on the jungle circuit, and I was so excited about this because I'm like, this is good. When we go over the bridge and we go down, I was just pushing up on there, but it was like it was a lot of laps. Maybe 3 or 4 laps, too many. 2 laps too many for sure. And anyway, so we're doing great. Everyone's staying together. the team we played took a huge flyer, and we're like, okay, fine, go ahead, take that flyer. I don't care. It doesn't bother me a bit. Right? So they go off. We have one person go off, and then we were taking turns chasing everybody down, and it was fine. It was really fun. We played against. I can't remember the team, but anyway, sorry. This is really great commentary. But the point that I was trying to make is that we were all together, and AI predicted me to be second to last, and I get that, but I'm like, this is not going to happen. I'm going to prove AI wrong. I'm going to do this. So we were chasing down every attack and trying to do our best on all these and staying together and everything, and then everybody came back together just like it normally does, and I kept attacking over the bridge and kept going and stuff, and anyway, we were all back together. And then somebody launched a huge attack from the opposing team. And so I pulled it back, and I pulled everyone back. But then that was pretty much it for me. I led everybody up the hill, and then we came to the bridge, and I was trying to attack. I was like, and I had nothing left. So
But those are, to be fair though, those are the things that just don't show up in the stat line.
Right.
That are like
mm-hmm.
critical for like the team to do well. Sometimes that's just the role is to
Right.
be the chaser and pull it
Yeah.
back, and even if that means you blow up.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking, because I ended second to last, and which AI was proven right again. My goodness, I just hope Anyway, so I got second to last, and that was okay. But I was I was feeling a little bad about it. But then I was like, well, it's kind of like in soccer or football for people. Like, if you're the defender, you might not kick a goal, right? But you still win as a team, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, so that huge effort that I did, is like me saving the ball from going into my goal, So, and we ended up, I think, losing by 1 point or something. It was
pretty
so close,
pretty tight. Yeah.
so close. I think, I can't remember the final thing, but we lost by like 1 point, I think. But it was still really fun, and I felt good about that. If I burn up early, that feels better for me and to help the team, versus doing like being the burden of trying to be the sprinter. Which that brings me to the next point here: the Zwift baseline workouts. And I know Paul and I were talking about that earlier, but supposedly I'm a sprinter, and I do not feel like a sprinter at all.
200 watts of hammer time.
That's right. You get all of that for 3 seconds. So, yeah, I know it's something else, man. But I don't know how I got that, because I feel like I'm a climber, but I guess if I need to, maybe I need to think about the those sprints as climbs, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
'cause
maybe excel on the uphill
Yeah.
sprints.
Yeah, because I can
Like
lay the
Clyde
power
kicker
down.
or whatever.
Yeah, the Clyde kicker. Oh, I like that one. That, and then like some of my favorite parts, like in London when you go up the escalator. I love that part. I love dropping like
You are one of
Yeah.
few.
Yeah. I love like dropping a bunch of watts right up there, man, because it's I don't know why, it's so satisfying. It doesn't matter how tired I am, but I will do that there and then just keep on going. But then I'm usually blown by then. But yeah, so I just need to get the gearing right.
You got an FTP bump, didn't you?
Yeah, I did get an FTP pump. Yeah, I'm up to, is it 244 now? 244. You and I are close now, I think, right? Or
Yeah,
what do you-
I just bumped to 2. I've had like 3 in the last 2 weeks, each in like 1 or 2 watt increments. But
Yeah.
latest was after Thursday's matchup. Got bumped from 246 to 248.
Nice.
So
Yeah. So
very happy with that.
So I'm close. Oh yeah, I was 245 because we were close. We were close, and then, which I don't understand, man, because you were so much stronger than I am, way stronger. I mean, yeah. I know watching the whole Peloton pass you during that ZRL race doesn't tell that story.
Oh
but-
God, that still makes me laugh.
And we are going to post that. We are going to post that up.
Oh,
there. So yeah, thank you, Josh, for that. Yeah, it was instead of holding my beer, it was like hold my beat on. Here we go, and, and then we just took off. Oh man, I was with everybody on that course, and until then, and like I was super proud of myself because I'm still a C rider. I'm classified as a C rider, and Vortex, shout out to Vortex. We were in B2, which is not easy because B3 we were doing pretty well. We ended like 6th, and so we ended up getting promoted. And now we're towards the bottom of B2.
Now we're on the verge of relegation.
Which is fine. Bring us back down.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too. So we'll find out for the next round because we're going to I was doing fine until then. And then when we got to Keith Hill, like I was feeling pretty good. I ended up finishing in 1 hour and 7 minutes, which for me was pretty good. I missed my
it's a little longer course.
Yeah.
Distance-wise and obviously like 10
Yeah.
to 15 minutes of like climbing.
Oh man, I think I ended like a 14 something. 14:14 was my actual PR time up Keith Hill or Lath Hill or whichever hill it was. And then it was like 15:45 or 14:45 or something because I didn't.
Unpleasant Hill.
Yeah, Unpleasant Hill. I like that. Yep, that's right, Unpleasant Hill. So that was tough, but. What a perfect segue. My gosh, Josh, you are so good at this. We're going on. We're going to talk about ZRL now. ZRL, the last race of the round. Now, it's called Terdinga Fecha. Is that?
Drinkfa. I don't know. Something
Dingo
a name which we are not.
Future. Yeah.
We're just going to butcher.
Yeah.
32.1 kilometers long, 375 meters of total elevation. But it's a scratch race, thankfully.
Yes, which means I'm going to scratch my way to the 69th place because I'm going to be in the back.
Yep.
But the light, we get the feather, we get the anvil, and we get the draft fan for the and this is okay. I struggle with this, especially with when we get them where I'm not sure if we're going to get them at a specified power up arch, or I don't know if it says that on there.
We should.
Okay,
we should have at least a couple. I think there's 4 power up opportunities there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and a couple of pretty steep, of pretty steep climbs. So like the first one looks like we climb up the base of Epic KOM. Yippee.
That one's okay.
And then
you
got a sprint banner at 14.4 kilometers, and then the hilly KOM, which I'd prefer not to do. The volcano arch at 22.8, lap arch at 23 or 25.3, and then ending on Titans Grove.
Yeah,
reverse.
When you look at the profile, it almost looks like Titans Grove is as high as the Zwift or the Epic KOM. Is it that high? I mean, it's all virtual. I understand that, but like it doesn't seem like it's that hard. That is that hard to climb versus the Epic KOM. Yeah.
it either way, I think it's going to be, once again a longer, probably a longer course. Looks like Zwift Insider shows time estimates at like around 3 watts per kilo will be 54 minutes. So be a little bit longer race again.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I like the course profile. It looks. I think the most challenging piece will be making it over the Zwift Com.
Yeah.
At the near the beginning of the race, that will be where I think you want to burn those matches to stay with the group.
Yeah, and we all have to remember that everyone is just as tired as we are at that point. But there's always. I always feel like there's like so. Like this last race, there was times when people may have forgotten to pull their feather or drop their feather or whatever, and then like you use it later, and there's always that gamble of like, do I hold on to it? Because is there a better place to hold on to? Do I have enough? I struggle with do I have enough matches to just burn through it and just stay with everybody and then drop my feather at a later time, or do I try and do it now? You ever feel like that or?
The answer is just blow up every time. That's the answer.
That's it. Blow up. Yep, exactly. Okay. All right. There we go. That's it. So, everyone just go fast. What do you think? What do you think you're going to do for a bike choice on this one? I'm split between 2 of them.
It's. Oof. I mean, I think I want to stick. Obviously, I'm not going for top 10 or anything here, but I do want to make sure that.
Except for the sprints. Even though it's a scratch race.
Even though it's a scratch race. It does end on a climb though.
Yes.
So I want to make sure I'm with the group. I know whatever Zwifter Bike says, I'm sure we'll say something arrow, but
Mhm.
I kind of want to go for a little bit more all around. I might do Pinarello Dogma F 2024 with disc, maybe. I don't know if that's the right answer, but
Well,
that might be the one I go with.
so
Maybe even more climbing than that.
yeah, because of the amount of climbing. Because I think you can hide. I think you can hide in the Peloton if you can stay with the Peloton. I think you're okay with something lighter or the Pinarello.
Or you can hide in your basement, not do the race.
Yeah, yeah, you can unplug your router. Yeah.
Like, oh no, I had a power
everything's-
drop out.
Yeah, I gotta go get a beer. But yeah, I'm going with either the Tron, which I'm thinking about either the Tron or the Pinarello with the NV wheels, not with the full disc, because
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of a weight penalty, or not weight penalty, but they're a little lighter, and I know that I'm gonna be towards the back, driving the party bus, picking up passengers as we go on there. So
Yeah, it looks like Zwifter Bikes is saying Pinarello Dogma F is the fastest, followed by a couple more Arrow setups. But it probably depends on what you think Peloton's gonna do. I mean, I might opt for even a more climber setup or slightly more climby setup, and like maybe the Scott Addict or.
Yeah,
I'll waffle. I think we'll spend a bunch of time waffling on bike choice and then
yeah.
get blown up and it won't matter.
Yeah,
as it usually does.
Well, this is like our version of say what's it called, the football game, the fantasy football. You know what I mean? Like trying to decide kickers or something, but where you have to take the average humidity of that time of year by the field temperature, and then divide, and then that's who you pick for kicker. At least that's what I would do. But but anyway, this is kind of like that. So yeah, it's fun to think about too, and it's fun to talk about. And if you could pick it, if I would ride the Pinarello more if you could change the color. That blue is okay, but I just feel like everybody's got blue. I want a different color. Anyway, yeah. But so moving on from there now to our main talking point here, the holiday episode. Woo! All right.
Heck yeah.
So we've been planning this for a while, and the way this is going to work, there is an event already on the Zwift companion app, and we'll put that event link into the description, and it'll also be in the Discord and everything as well. By the way, speaking of, before we get too far off that, there is the Watopian Weekly Club too, and that also has a link to the Discord there too. If it doesn't, it will soon. So we'll get that in there. But so the holiday the holiday Watopian Weekly bingo ride. Okay, so we're gonna record this live, and this is gonna be incredible. And everyone's allowed to, or is invited to talk. No swearing if possible, please. And because we're not gonna go up any big hills. The route is the Watopian waistband, Watopia's waistband, and we should call it Watopian Weekly waistband. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that.
Pancake flat.
Good
for everyone.
Yeah, there's really only one like kind of a climb. I think it's like 2 or 3% out of the Tempest Fugit, I think, or out of Fuego Flats, I think. So it's not really that bad, and we're gonna go for an hour because hopefully that's pretty much how long people can tolerate us or tolerate me. But so that should be fun. But the way we're gonna do this is we have bingo boards here, so the bingo boards are gonna be going out there. We'll put a link on our Discord server so you can see it and everything, and then you can download these bingo boards. Now these bingo boards, if you've ever played, Josh, have you ever played BS Bingo before?
I've not played BS Bingo.
Okay, so no. BS Bingo is like maybe it's just something us teachers do, but we have like a bingo board, and like you take all the buzzwords like synergy and integration or differentiated instruction, something like that. You put all these
sounds like a nice corporate meeting.
Yes, absolutely. And so like you put all these things in a bingo board, and then you X them off whenever whoever's given whoever's leading the meeting that could have been an email, whenever they say these things, you just X them off, and And then you'll hear people say, bingo! What was that? What? I'm in bingo, Oh, it's hilarious. It's a great way to pass the time if you haven't done that. So we're going to do something like that. So some things that you can definitely be looking out for are, if I just put a couple of the things on our rundown here. So our free space, just so you know, because the free space, like if you haven't played bingo before, but ZWIFT, it'll be on there. And you'll be able to do this. And anyway, so you'll say like heavy breathing, that's our free space. So as soon as we get to heavy breathing, everyone's going to get the free space. So that should be good because everyone's invited to have their mics on. You don't have to. If you want to mute and just listen, that's totally fine. And we're going to have everybody's going to join, and you can certainly say stuff if you want to. This is our holiday episode. It's going to be fun. It's at 9 in the morning Central Time, which is 10 for Josh. Let's see, in Scotland, I think that's 3 p.m., and in Central Europe, it's 4 p.m., I believe. Is that right? I think so. But anyway, it's in the companion app, so you can see it there too. So we're trying to get as many people as we can on this. It's gonna be fun. If you win, and all you have to do is take a picture of it and send an email to WatopianWeekly@gmail.com with your address, and you will get mailed a sticker that says that you are a prize winner, an official prize winner. Ooh, you can't put a price on that, right? I mean, but yeah. Well, I know how much they were, but it's okay. anyway. So we've got some of the examples are heavy breathing. That's fine. Beat Dustin in a sprint. Yeah, I'm not really sure who put that one there, but okay, that seems pretty easy. But maybe. And then something in Dutch. And then somebody bragging about their watts. Okay, so that should be okay. And then it says ding dong surprise, and in parentheses it says eat a ding dong or something shaped like a ding dong. Now,
questionable.
Yeah,
Very questionable.
I know. And so that's gonna be good. But yes, so I got to go to the store and get some ding dongs, and some Twinkies too. But yeah,
we're talking about not swearing in the chat. Keep it friendly.
Yeah,
family friendly, and then
Yeah,
we're
family
talking
friendly.
about that.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, okay. But so we're gonna have some of this stuff, and this is gonna be fun. It's all for fun, just for us to get together, for us all to interact. I mean, we try to do it at a time that would be easier for the people that are in Europe as well as the Americas, and we have some guest stars dropping by. Some of the people that we've interviewed in the past are going to be joining us. I've already got confirmation from Tim from Zwift Racing App. He's going to join. That's going to be awesome, and we're going to find out for some other people. So there might be a few surprises here and there, and that's going to be cool. Josh and I are set as Josh, I think you might be the ride leader, and I might be the ride sweeper, just because I'm slower than you are, I think. But
not when you prevent people from getting the space to beat you out in the sprint, though.
Yes, that's right, man. Oh my gosh, that's going to be tough. So like I said, we're only going to do an hour, so that's probably going to be. It might be 2 laps of that course, or almost 2 laps. It's 15 miles. Oh no, it'll be about 1.5 laps probably. So. Yeah, I might stick on to do the rest of the laps because, update. I only on my miles. I know. All right, we'll talk about that miles here in a second, or my yearly goal in a second. But Josh, what else do you have to say about I'm sorry, so scattered on this. I had too much coffee today. What else do you want to say about the bingo stuff? You excited?
Yeah, should be fun. Should be unique ride. Nice segue into the holidays. So yeah, I definitely encourage everyone to join. Get your friends to sign up. Should be a good time.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Have some ding dongs by your side, and it'll be good.
That's racing fuel.
100%. Yeah, I mean that creamy center goes right down to your legs.
Yeah. It's just Yes, it does.
Yes,
that's
it does.
Science.
Oh my gosh, that is science. Yeah, I know. And keep them in your back pocket so they get nice and warm too. So body temperature ding dongs is kind of what you're looking for. So that's a good name for a band, Body Temperature Ding Dongs. Maybe they'd be some sort of Weird Al tribute band. Maybe Body Temperature Ding Dongs. Yeah. Oh man. So okay, that's gonna be so much fun. So thank you everybody already for joining on that. And so that episode will go out as a podcast episode as well. So. And it's going to be cool. We're only recording the audio, so if you have your camera on, you can. I think we're going to do it through Discord, and Josh and I will talk about that later. But all you have to do is join the Discord, and then it'll record from there, and then we'll publish it there too. So, but no, there won't be any video or anything, any video recorded. We'll only record us. And Josh, we're going to talk about how we do this. We might do us on video, maybe, so everybody can see how much we actually suffer. And unfortunately, these headphones, the ones I'm wearing right now, that are really warm, I think are the only headphones I'll be able to use unless I get some new ones by them, which I might be able to. They get really sweaty when I'm wearing them.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. It's basically just leather on your
ears.
Yeah, that's
my gosh.
Properly ventilated for sure.
Yeah, I know. They get very sweaty, and I have to take them off and wipe them down. And anyway, that's something I got to deal with, which I'll be fine. But so getting on to there, it's going to be so much fun. So thank you everybody for joining this. It's going to be a blast. And if you have any questions or any questions for us, you can ask them during that, or you can send them in the ride planning chat on our Discord server and everything. It's going to be a good time. So that link will be in the description. Please join. It's going to be a really fun time. So Josh, talking about goals for this year, and we have and we'll probably ask people about their goals for next year too on the ride. But my miles goal, I'm almost there. Last time that we talked, it was about 300 miles that I had to do, and now I'm down to 181. So with about 15 days left.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. That's doable.
Yeah.
That's doable. Definitely doable.
Yeah, I think it's like, I mean, if I know there's some days I can't ride because I'll be traveling for the holidays.
Nah, if there is,
yeah,
you ignore your family and then go down to the basement and get your mileage in.
Yeah, and then I before
for everyone listening, don't actually do that. But.
Yeah, don't ignore your family, especially because if you have any elf on the shelves in your house looking or anything like that, or if you're attempting to buy a new bike, like we know somebody is here, so not me. I can't get a new bike yet, but I know someone else who is. But hopefully, and it's gonna be awesome too for that when you get that. But what about you, Josh? You said you were gonna change your goal from a distance goal because you got 6,000 miles and over 6,000 miles in this year, which is incredible, dude. Good job.
Hit the 10,000 kilometer goal this year.
Man,
on December 1st, I think.
Wow.
So nice month early. But yeah, I don't quite know what I'll do for 2025. But it might be racing a bit less than what I do now, and then focus more on just like time spent on the bike instead of distance or something to that effect.
And what about
elevation?
I
can actually do more actually do more elevation. So
yeah, it's kind of interesting, like the elevation thing, because I mean you can our friend Matt Ladd on Coalition, he climbs all the time, like every day he's doing that, and it's so impressive.
Just a machine.
Yeah, and it's his trainer must just be worn out with all that resistance up there, that's less miles though, but it's because or less kilometers because it's just going up, and it's like it could take like an hour to climb some of these climbs. So yeah, time or elevation. I like that idea instead of miles, and then I'm not constrained. Like right now, I'm feeling like I gotta get this. I gotta get them. I gotta get my miles in. Or
it's a little bit less. It's not really like stressful, but it's just like one less thing to think about.
Mm-hmm. And you've also been doing some badge hunting too. I know, Josh.
Did 103 kilometers yesterday with Ben and Todd from Coalition. Did 25 laps of the volcano circuit to get that badge or that challenge done. Highly, that was not exciting in the slightest bit, but did get it was kind of convenient because was it Maria or one of the pacer bots was on that route at the time too, so and there's a massive crowd of 100 plus people riding with Maria too, so that definitely helped cut down on the time.
Right.
But yeah, it was good to check that one off the list. I'm not looking forward to doing one of the bigger ones like the PRL full or I don't know if I have time to spend 6 hours on the bike or whatever,
Well,
but
you're probably not working on Christmas Day, so there you go.
No.
Yeah, wake up in the morning.
yeah.
Everyone else is around the tree. Where's Josh? He's on his bike. He's been there since midnight. Yeah, no, that would be fun though. Yeah, what about the Festive 500? Are you going to try and participate on it? Because 500 kilometers is like 300 some miles, right, in 1 week.
Yeah.
That's a lot of miles, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could do that.
that's a lot. I mean, I don't know if I care enough to do that, to be honest.
It's just it's a lot. It's a lot. It would be fun. It would totally be fun. And there's some people that I am just amazed by, like when I'm riding, during that time, you get the chats that pop up, and like you see people like Festive 500, like all in one day. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, thank you. If I could join Matt Ladd whenever he gets at the top of his climbing, and then just like do a U-turn and go down and just rinse and repeat that might be the only way I'm willing to actually do it.
That's a great idea. So Matt, let us know when you're riding, and let us know when you're at the top.
Let us know when you're at the summit, and then we'll
just teleport and we'll just join you, and then that'll be it. That'll be great. That's an excellent idea. I like.
Thank you for your service, Matt.
Yeah. All right, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna close our episode again. Thank you to Josh, and thank you to Paul. Paul had to run, but he'll be back for next week, and so will Gina. And this is gonna be fun. We're gonna have everybody on there. It's gonna be a good time. So, and don't forget, there's gonna be some Zwift celebrities that are there. Not us, but other Zwift celebrities. But that's gonna be great. So. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and thanks for listening to this podcast and giving us feedback and support and ideas for future episodes. And if you have any ideas for future episodes or comments or questions or recipes, please join our Discord and send us an email at WatopianWeekly@gmail.com. And we're just going to have a great holiday season, lots of riding, lots of Zwifting. It's going to be fun. So thank you, everybody, for listening, and I'll see you in Watopia and the holiday episode next week.